everybody, Questwise here. I just want to do a short intro video into a multi-part video series, maybe 2 to 3 videos long, of something I'm working on. A little bit of a project that's taking a little bit longer than what would be appropriate for a single video. So what I'm working on is a series on magic in RPGs. I've always been fascinated by the idea of magic, and I've always thought that I've always been more captivated by magic when it is mysterious and dark and dangerous, as opposed to sort of like the Vancian system that D&D uses, in which magic is sort of a commonplace item, and or the RuneQuest system in which anybody can learn it. I'm going to actually go through in this series and talk about a variety of different games and how the different games sort of approach magic in their system. So I'll be talking about like D&D, and I'll be talking about RuneQuest, and I'll be talking about Burning Wheel, and I'll be talking about magic in science fiction games like Starfinder and things like that. But today I just wanted to do a little primer, let you know what's coming up, and talk to you about a game that's been fascinating to me for quite some time, and that is Lamentations of the Flame Princess. Sorry about the glare there. Lamentations of the Flame Princess. And it's free RPG day, supplement that just in order to avoid any sort of like offending anybody, we're going to just call it VAM. But there's some amazing theories on magic and stuff in this book, which I'll be going over further in detail. But I think that the way that James Raggi approaches magic in Lamentations of the Flame Princess is brilliant. Now, this is sort of an OSR clone. It runs pretty much like, any classic D&D type of a game. So if you're familiar with a D&D, the D20 system, or any other OSR games, you'll be very familiar with this game. But he takes a different approach to magic. The magic in this is very dangerous to wield, and it's not a natural thing for man to be a part of. In fact, magic should not be. It shouldn't be in the realm of man. Man has sort of tapped into it and have found ways to sort of shape it and mold it, but it's a dangerous thing to them. Particularly the spell Summon in here, which is crazy. It takes up several pages to describe the summon spell and all the horrible things that can go wrong with it. In the supplement that came out for our free RPG day here, he takes a little bit of a different approach. In fact, almost all the spells in this can be cast by women only, which is a very interesting idea, that maybe women were the only ones that would be able to sort of endure magic or be able to sort of shape magic in a way that's youthful. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Wheel of Time, in which there were two sides of magic, the male and the female aspects of it, and that the male side had been tainted, and that only females could wield magic with any sort of potency without damaging themselves or people around them. The thing I really want to go into the most is the variant magic system that is right on the inside cover of the supplement. And I find it to be very interesting, where you just do away with spell levels, and thus every magic user can cast any spell that they can discover, and it makes magic way more powerful and way more deadly. But if you haven't had a chance to check out Lamentations of the Flame Princess, please do. Please grab a copy of this. It's really, really cheap. I think it's $25. I'm sure you can find it cheaper even online and stuff as well. But check out the magic system list. This will be actually one of the very first ones that I touch on. I'm going to actually start with D&D with the Vancian magic, because that's the one that's been around sort of the longest. And then I'm going to bleed into this one because it feeds off of that Vancian system. And I'll talk to you about how some of the ways that I've modified the magic system in this to make it a little bit more to my realm of what magic should be like in a role-playing game, or in the worlds that I like to create. As well as I'm going to go into a little bit of history of magic and folklore and whatnot, as to the origins of magic and spells and such. So I just want to give you a little heads up, a little teaser preview of what's coming up in my multi-part series on magic in RPGs. and in folklore, I guess, as well too. But that's coming up very soon. Probably be filming the first one of those next week, so keep an eye out for that. That's it for right now. I'm Questwise, and we're out.